first of all, we in the era of being called unks now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not unk yet, but
You are unk.
I'm getting close.
You unk material.
Hey, get off my lawn. That's unk material, bro. That's unk material right there. When you start putting Splenda in your coffee, that's unk material, bro. For real. And then get mad.
You put Splenda in
No,
your
I don't
coffee?
put no Splenda in my coffee. I actually don't even drink coffee that much anymore. I've transitioned to tea. I'm getting too old for that.
That's unk material.
That's
unk material.
My doctor said.
Yeah. I need to slow down. Need to slow down.
Yo, welcome to the cave with Mel, Troy, and Lex. The podcast with men to have a safe space. We on all platforms. You need to tune in, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Welcome to Melody, the podcast with men to have a safe space. Welcome to Melody. Welcome to the cave with Mel, Troy, and Lex.
That was episode when
They
was doing the wedding.
Yeah, the wedding planning.
Intercept.
And when he had them
Pigeons on the
yeah.
Bro, man, got pigeons on a brain. Y'all know where he got that from. Come on,
It's
man.
like you gotta marinate them. And what'd he say?
2 to 3 days.
Yeah.
2 to 3 days.
Pork and bean juice. That's molasses.
Yeah, we use molasses.
Oh, yeah, no, that's passe.
You gonna move your
I was about
countryman
to add,
wallet?
look. You want to take your wallet?
Why all
your
country
breathing
got
machine,
wallets like that? Like what do you have in that thing?
Your breathing machine, your tap skin.
Your CPAP. You wanna move your CPAP out
portable
the way?
Portable capap. Go get yourself together, T-Dot. You all right over there?
Yeah, we good.
You sure?
I'm good.
All right, I'm just checking.
I'm just sweating up a storm. Golly.
Hey. Gotta work on that BP, man.
Hey, I was in the gym. I ran I ran a mile and a half yesterday.
Okay.
Bench press. Wide
back press.
Wide back press. Hey, I'm trying to unbig my back. You feel me? I'm trying to unbig my back.
Wide back press.
I'm trying to go to Jamaica this summer.
Okay.
If I go to Jamaica, it's gonna get whatever body I
That's
got.
what I'm saying. That's what's so crazy about us, our community. Like we go so hard. Like I want to present a certain way when I'm out the country.
They ain't never seen me before.
Don't
bro.
nobody
Ain't gonna see me
care.
this year.
Don't nobody care. I understand want to go on your health journey and want to do it for you.
Yeah.
But don't nobody care.
But
like
here's the
legit.
thing, you might get caught in a photo or something like that.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to, make
But
sure my
But
photo.
you there for the experience. You
my
there
physique,
for Jamaica.
Tis true. Tis true.
You there for Jamaica. So you know what I'm saying?
So Jamaica go get whatever body I got.
Hey, big back, small back,
Whatever
little back.
body I got, that's
Hey.
what Jamaica gonna get.
Is what it is.
What's going on, man? It's your boy Melly Mel, aka Melly Badass, aka your favorite truth teller, aka if you don't want to know, don't ask me.
Yo.
What's going on, man? We back for another edition of Melly D's podcast. What's happening?
It's your boy T. Roy, aka your neighborhood hope dealer. If you need some hope, I got some you could borrow. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow.
What it do though? It's your boy Dr. Life Coach Lace, aka NBA Old Boy, aka Councilman Tate, aka I'm him, aka I'm the menace, no relation to Dennis. Let's go.
He practiced that junk. I know
did.
he be happy.
It just dropped in my spirit, bro. It just dropped in my
He be writing them
spirit.
down.
Why can't I freestyle?
I know
why I gotta write it down?
They just be too smooth. I think you write them
maybe I'm just a
little
smooth
bit, a little
dude.
bit.
Hey,
Maybe
I ain't
I'm
gonna
just
hold
a
you. I
smooth
be
dude.
writing mine down.
I know you do.
Maybe
that
I'm
ain't
just
no-
a smooth dude.
I know you
I'm
do.
a writer.
Oh,
Look,
folks,
man,
that's
it's early in the morning. It's hot. This bright light is on me right now, and it's early in the morning.
It's a life lesson in that.
What's the life lesson?
Sometimes some people can't take the bright light.
Mm.
Hey, Shando. That's in the book.
Well, I am one of those.
That's in the book.
First of all, that's not in the book. And God comes to the aid of those who cannot help
That's real.
themselves.
That's real. That's real.
And I am definitely one of those
That's real.
ones that
That's
are
real.
in need of the Lord right now.
I feel that. I feel that.
Yes.
I feel that.
Long time no see. Y'all doing all right?
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
doing
man,
good.
we back.
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Blessed, highly favored.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yes,
I just,
sir.
living amongst the land of the living.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I'm
heard
saying?
I heard
So-
somebody say it's better to be looking at the blades, looking down at the blades than be looking up at roots. I just heard that the other day.
So what?
break it down for me.
Blades of grass,
Oh, okay.
roots of
I got you,
I
I
gotta
got
say,
you.
what sharecropper was you talking to that used that
Like, okay.
in 2024?
Like, what we talking about?
Who was that?
Hey, shout out to our sharecroppers, man. Yeah. Bring the cost of these vegetables and fruits down
You
around
be having
here.
some country sayings, bro.
He do, yo. He do.
Somebody told me.
How does that
But
change?
it resonated with you.
And
just
you held
said
on
It
to
did.
it.
I ain't gonna hold you. It definitely did.
It said
It
it,
definitely
hit you
did.
a certain way.
It definitely did. And I ain't never farmed. I never farmed, did crop sharing, none of that stuff my
Crop
whole
sharing.
life. Never did none of that stuff.
Big
That's
country
funny. Yeah,
with a K.
That's funny.
I've been doing good since y'all want to ask me. I've been doing well myself.
Good.
Well, good. That's what's up.
Last week was kind of a journey. I got like compounded type feelings. I had on Monday, my coworker asked my other coworker, was like, "Hey, you going to the party today?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm trying to go." And they were I was like, "What party y'all talking about?" They was like, "Raphael's going away party. You not going?" I was like, "I won't invite it."
Dang.
And then they was like, "Oh, Troy, I'm so sorry. You should still come." I was like, "Listen, in my big 40s,
Yeah.
well, I'm little 40s technically. I don't do me no never mind to not go to no party.
Okay.
Country saying-
That's
Country
not to
saying
get-
number 2.
that's progress though.
That
That
don't-
is
it
though.
don't do
That's
me no
progress,
never
though.
mind.
Because you would have felt a
Because
certain
he
way
would
in
have
the
felt the
past.
way last year.
No,
Yes, you
Yes,
would
you
have.
would have.
Yes, you would
Why ain't
have.
I getting the invite?
Yes, you would have. We done
No.
had plenty of conversations where you was like, I was tight that I wasn't invited.
Oh
Or
yeah,
they
yeah,
should have
yeah,
invited
yeah.
me and they.
Lord.
God,
Bro, what is yo?
what are you doing
What's
today?
going
Dude,
on
the hat.
with you?
I'm trying to make sure my hat covering
You
the
all right?
sweat. Yeah,
You
I'm
sugar
good.
low?
I'm good. I'm
like
good.
you need some nuts or something?
I'm good. Pause. Big pause.
Like, what's up with you, man?
I'm cutting that all out.
Your feng shui is off, bro.
It
Like,
really
what
is.
going
It really is. But it kind of goes
Oh my God.
listen. When Mel bought these hats,
He snapped the
Hey,
back
yo.
over that book.
like pop it.
but listen, when Mel bought the hats,
Lace.
when Mel bought the hats, all that's getting cut out. I just want to let y'all know right now. That whole bit getting cut out right now.
Oh my God.
Like,
I'm
what's
going-
up with you, man?
And I'm going back to my story.
Yeah.
Listen,
You got chill, bro.
it's all good. It's all
You
good.
got chill.
All right. So it didn't do me no never mind.
Right.
You gonna be all right, man.
Oh, look, hey,
You gotta wipe your
go ahead,
tears.
bro.
'Cause it's
Go
gonna
ahead,
mess up.
bro.
You gotta wipe your
Hey.
tears because it's gonna mess up the continuity
Oh
when I
my
cut
God,
that other
bro.
part out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh. That joke caught me off guard, bro.
So yeah, that happened, and then but it didn't do me no never mind. 2 days later, I messed up at work.
Okay.
I dropped the ball on something, and I accepted it. I embraced it. I came to my supervisor. I was like, "Hey, this is on me," and they was like, "Hey, you don't got to worry about it. You ain't got to worry about it." And I was like, "I hear what you say, but it bothers me that I mess up because I don't like to mess up. I don't know about y'all, but I don't like. It's hard for me to rebound because I whatever. But so I was lingering on that. And then all of a sudden, that lack of an invite crept up. It was like, see, you messing up at work, and you ain't invited to.
Dang, you ain't
you
invited
ain't
to the
invited to the
function.
park to the function. And then I was like, first of all, I didn't even care about you. All right, so
Dang,
that's not even a thing. No, not the person. I'm talking about the invite.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm
okay.
talking to the emotion that
I
I
came
got
up.
you.
got work
Yeah.
No, it's not the work beef. No, I'm happy for my man. He got a better job, whatever the case may be. But yeah, I'm saying I didn't care about the emotion at the time. So why am I giving that energy right now? Just soak in the fact that this happened when it happened, and just move on, and just be more diligent.
That's all you
paying
can do.
attention. Yeah, it's all you can do, man.
That's all you can do. But why in the past would that impact you from an emotional space so much? Like why?
The
haven't
lack
I
of an
missed it?
invite.
No, like the
mess
misstep
up,
at work,
the mistake.
because that happens. I mean, so why would that impact you in that way?
Yeah, that's a really good question, man. I think partially because uh I don't know. I don't handle mess ups very well.
Gotcha.
I can't explain why. Maybe it's a childhood thing.
Maybe I don't know. Yeah,
It's got to be triggered to a childhood thing, but at the same time, because I find, and this is so funny, I find myself on the side of giving a lot of people grace a lot,
but you don't get yourself.
and I
grace.
struggle to give myself grace and
Yeah.
to receive grace from other people.
That's wild. I think that's actually some form of mental illness.
I ain't gonna say all that. I ain't gonna say
Now
all
I got
that.
a mental
Look,
illness.
look at it
I ain't gonna say all that.
No,
I
I'm
think
saying
a lot of people.
that is a trauma-based response, though. So it has to be some form of.
But I think a lot of people experience what.
No,
Troy's
I'm not
talking
saying
about
that they
right
don't.
now.
I agree. I mean, people all the time deal with that. But what I'm saying is, if a misstep that you have made impacts your mental to that extent, but yet as you openly admit it, I give people grace. I accept their faults and those kind of things. But it's hard for me to accept that for myself. That's got to be something.
Yeah,
Gotta be.
I don't know what it is. I don't think I need a straitjacket.
No, I'm not saying that. I mean, you might need a 30-day refillable supply or something, but I don't know. You need to be institutionalized.
But I think that a lot of people go through things, but their demeanor just shows that they don't go through, and that also bothers me too because all right, I give y'all to an example. On the outside, y'all's demeanor shows I'm good, I'm straight, I'm in control.
Yeah.
But talking to y'all personally, I know that y'all deal with things.
For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? And so when I see other people in my mind, I'm like, they not struggling. Why am I struggling? You know what I'm saying? And that's I might need a 30-day refill.
I'm telling you, 30-day refillable.
But showing your demeanor and how you carry it and presenting yourself as in control doesn't necessarily take away from the fact that we dealing with something though.
Sure.
Just because like I'm not letting it overtake me don't mean that I'm not dealing with something.
True,
I'm just choosing
true.
to handle it, differently. Because if I let it consume me, what's that gonna do for me?
But also,
it ain't gonna help me with nothing.
Do you think that we're given the space to actually navigate how we feel outwardly? Because a lot of times, if we do, it is criminalized, is demonized, is utilized against us in some way. So a lot of times, just people in general put a mask on like I'm good. But yes, of course, we all dealing with stuff. That's life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But allowing it to be expressed in a way that is important to us, but how do others receive it as well? So it's all in aspects of perception in some ways. But yeah, that's real.
Yeah, I can't speak for other people as far as like the space. Do I feel like we have the space? If I had to speak generally, I would say no. I don't think so that we have the space to do that. But I mean, y'all see me doing it on the podcast. I'm gonna make space. If I
Sure.
feel like
But some people aren't. Some people aren't in that
that's what
space
I mean.
to make space.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So I'm like, I don't care how y'all feel about it. If I need to get it off me, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna make space.
Right.
So everyone's not like that. So I would say that we don't usually get the space to do it, but most people aren't willing to create the space either.
Right.
I'm more the other side.
Yeah.
Like,
No, that's real. That's good.
I think another thing is too, and I know we got topics to talk about, and we didn't ask you how you've been doing. Another thing is too, my processing takes a while. As far as like processing my emotions.
30-day. 30-day. Refillable on the first. 30-day.
Because I think I've been feeding myself mentally my whole life that things are good. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't until like 4th or 5th grade where I realized that like Bill Cosby wasn't my father and my real father wasn't in my life. Hey, I'm speaking my truth.
I feel that.
Speaking my truth. Listen to me. Hear me out. And I realized, my life isn't like the Cosbys. It took me a while to realize that, like, my father's not in my life. And I live in the house with my grandmother and my mother. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the Cosbys at all. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
And so it takes me a while to process all that information to realize, everything is not good, and to get through it.
This is why.
Also, I'm cutting this out of the podcast.
You gotta leave it.
No, you're not.
No, you gotta leave it.
This is why I encourage you to get that 30-day supply. You've told us a lot of stories about, upbringing, and we've all spoke about upbringing and stuff like
Sure.
that. You know what I mean? But 4th or 5th grade, then you realize Cliff Huxtable wants your pops?
It was 4th grade.
And now in this age, he would have been a terrible father that we know.
Oh, I
we
mean,
know about him.
Hindsight 2020. Hindsight is totally 2020.
Bruh.
Amazing.
Hindsight
That's
is
wild.
totally 2020. So most definitely.
Hey yo,
Hindsight is 2020,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
I hate that phrase. yo.
Why?
I hate that phrase. I hate it because what's the best way for me to say it? People only use hindsight as 2020 after something negative has happened, or if there's been some type of failure or some type of misstep, and then everyone's like, well, hindsight is 2020. It's just like, oh, well, I learned now. And then sometimes I'm like, it don't have to be hindsight. Like foresight can be 2020 too. Like,
For
you know what I'm
sure.
saying?
Yeah, for sure, for
people
sure.
always like hindsight is 2020. I'm like, why don't you practice some of the 2020 foresight?
Yeah.
And then maybe we don't always have to have hindsight as 20.
Yeah, but
hindsight
I-
is
hey,
2020.
But I was 10.
I'm not talking. I'm not talking about when you were 10. You and other people say that a
Yeah,
lot. Just
I
in
was
general,
10.
people always like, well, hindsight is 2020.
I was 10.
I'm like,
But hey, let me put it to you like this though. We know a lot of people have to wear glasses, contacts, all that kind of stuff. Most people don't have 2020. So how can you have something that you don't have in the first
Come on,
place?
bro.
Life lesson.
Come
Hey,
on,
I'm
bro.
dropping them today.
come on, bro.
I'm dropping them
I don't
today.
know if I like that,
If you
but
take
That's
the-
real though.
that's a point.
That's real. If you operate on a daily basis, you ain't even got 2020 physically.
Mhm.
How in some capacities can you have it mentally?
I'll take it a step further. I didn't realize my eyes weren't 2020
Right.
until something bad happened.
Hey, the book say you walking in darkness. That's what the book say. That's what the book say.
That is 1 John though. It's 1 John 1. But but no, seriously.
Mel don't like that.
It was I didn't realize and in all truthfulness, physically.
Mel don't like
I'm
that.
saying that there's steps that you can take to have foresight of 2020. People
Of
just
course.
got
Yeah,
hindsight
true,
of
true,
2020.
But what I'm
Hindsight,
saying
but I'm
is-
just saying people use it. They just use it all the time. All the time.
I
It's like,
agree. I agree with you. But what I'm saying is some people can't have foresight or have they'll use hindsight because they are just trying to navigate where they are. They don't have a vision to
Mhm.
see or have discernment to see,
Mhm.
okay, this probably ain't a good idea or
Mhm.
this would promote a misstep, et cetera. That's all I'm saying.
I always struggle with this because I feel like we always saying what people can't do. We never just believe that people are capable. We always just say some people can't. Some people can't. Some people can't. That's what we always say. To give room for people. And I'm like, we don't even know if they can because they haven't tried.
No, I
You
agree
don't
with
know
Yeah.
if you have foresight of 2020 because you ain't even tried. You just already accepted
Okay.
hindsight is 2020.
Right.
So
I
you're
hear
not
you.
even trying to sit still for 2 seconds or take 4 years to process,
Mm-hmm.
that Bill Cosby not my daddy before you know what I'm saying? Like you haven't even tried. So like
Right.
you're saying some people on a daily basis don't have 2020 physically.
Yeah.
So how can they have it mentally? Well, some people, they go to an eye doctor. For
Yeah.
those who can, go to an eye
Yeah.
doctor, they get glasses.
Yeah.
The glasses help them to have 2020
Right.
or whatever capable vision, but they sat there for a second to say, what can I do to get some foresight of
Now you
2020?
talking my language. See
You
where we
feel
go?
me?
You
You
see where we
understand what I'm
going?
saying?
You
But
see where we walking
the
it
point is
down?
that
You
they
see where we
tried-
walking it down?
The point is that they tried to do something. You know,
Right.
they tried to have the 2020. Most people just don't even
Yes.
try.
And
And
there
we
you
just
have it.
say, oh, they can't. They not capable.
Right.
They can. They can.
But what
Give them an opportunity or at least try. That's all I'm saying.
I
I'm
think
not saying that
I think
hindsight not
I think the
2020.
other point is though is that you gave the example, a great example by the way. I see how we connected on that.
see
That's
that?
real. That's real. But the difference is you said we say that they can't because they haven't operated or given actions to showcase that they can.
Mhm.
What you also give an example of is the internal fortitude to do. So if I think that you can't, but you are and you give an opportunity to do, and you actually showcase that you can, then you shift my mindset. So a lot of times we discount people because we're used to them operating from a space of mediocrity, and that's what they
Mhm.
showcase.
Mhm.
So why would they, in some cases, try to do more when they or give them the space to do more when we've consistently seen them do less? So I think it's a both and in that from what we envision for others, but also what others are willing to do. So I agree
That's
with
true.
you.
And some people don't know that they need to have a certain vision or whatever until they're actually challenged in it. And so, case in point, when I just mentioned a few minutes ago, I didn't have 20. I had to go through something to realize I didn't have 2020. 4th grade. Let's go back then.
Dang. elementary school was tough with you.
What blows me is not the stories; it's the fact that you remember 4th and 5th grade and those.
You don't remember 4th and 5th grade?
No.
I remember this.
I don't remember nothing before.
I remember moments.
I got in trouble in class. I was sitting in the front. I got in trouble, and the teacher moved me to the back. And when I sat in the back, I was like, that board kind of like, did you start writing in 12 font on the board? And that's when I realized I couldn't see. And so very, very similarly, how would I know that I need to address something unless it's brought to my attention? You know what I'm saying? And so, like in this instance where I'm feeling these emotions, I didn't realize that I don't struggle with disappointment my own personal disappointment until it actually happened.
Right? Yeah.
And so, some things I know we talk about vision. There are blind spots in some people's lives.
Absolutely.
And that's the purpose of community. You know what I'm saying? Purpose of community, being able to reflect upon things, realizing that, hey, hindsight's 20/20, and also other people can point things out for me too.
That's real.
I don't disagree with that.
Everybody's right.
I don't disagree with that.
Everybody's right.
I don't disagree with that.
But what you're saying is somebody not taking action to address.
Yes, I just am always of the belief that I believe in my people and I believe in people, whereas most people are more skeptical. We just automatically say, "Oh, well, people not capable.
Yeah,
everyone can't.
Mm-hmm.
They can't. And I'm like, we don't know if they can because they haven't tried, or you haven't encouraged them to try. You just already make an allowance that they can't.
Yeah,
they're not capable, and I believe people are capable. I believe that they can. So I speak from that lens so that people may feel empowered to do it. Like, oh, I can.
Yeah.
I can do this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't always go into it feeling like, oh, I don't have the vision, or I can't do whatever. You can. It may be a little bit harder. It may take you a little bit longer to build the muscle because you haven't used it.
Mm-hmm.
But don't just accept that you can't do something.
Yeah.
Because somebody else said that you can't, or because you feel, powerless in the moment, or you feel like you're not equipped for it. It's like you can. It just may take you a little while.
I also think too, from an ableist mindset, a lot of people operate in that space, and we do that, on a large scale in many ways.
Mm-hmm.
So we assume people can't because they don't do it how we think they should do it.
Mm-hmm.
And what we also have to realize too is that it might look different, but they still can.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like even in my own personal experience and what my daughter has gone through, you know what I'm saying? Like she can do it, just look different. You know what I'm saying? So I had to shift my mindset, like just because I do it this way, because I have full functioning in certain areas or whatever, her space is going to look different because she doesn't, but she can still do it. It may take longer. It may look different. She may need some form of assistance, but she can do it. It just looks different. Yeah. And you have to shift your mindset in that way.
Yeah. I saw a video the other day of this bicyclist who's riding on a path in the woods, and he's in a sit-down bike, and he's passing by these two other bike cyclists, and one of the cyclists is like, "What are you doing?" He was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Why are you riding that? That's not meant for this type of trail." And he was like, "It's meant for a quadrupedic, somebody who is quadriplegic or something like that. He has some type of paralysis."
Yeah.
And the guy was like, "What do you mean? What do you mean?" He was like, I need this because I can't work my legs."
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Well, why didn't you just lead with that?" It's like, well,
why are you in my business?
Right.
And so, and I say that because the guy who's questioning the guy in the motorized bike, he automatically assumed that he had the ability.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I was always taught, never assume that someone has the capability or the knowledge that you have. Always be willing to walk alongside someone in order to bring them up to speed to where you are.
Absolutely. And that is the nuanced piece that we get away from in a lot of ways, because we assume so much. I mean, perception, assumptions, all of that. People assume every day, all day, and that's where bias, all those kind of things creep in. But just because somebody does it different or need to approach it different, he wants to be a cyclist, although he's has a level of paralysis. That's going to look different. Why would I assume you going to be on a two-wheeler like me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the ignorance as well. We definitely operate in that space a lot.
Now, I will give you this for people who do have the vision and just decide to forego it. A choice of ignorance.
Mm-hmm.
I had a interaction with someone the other day. They sent me a text message saying, "Hey, such and such died." I was like, "Oh, how did they die?" That's always the first question. How did they die? He was like, well, they said he died, because he was using drugs. I was like, oh, for real? He was like, yeah, but it won't no hard drugs or nothing like that. He's always posting on his Facebook about God. I said, last time I checked, I don't think drugs care if you post on Facebook about God. I asked drugs one more time.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure they don't care.
Right.
And in that moment, the person I was talking to, they are deciding to be ignorant, as if one correlates with the other.
Right.
Now that's a pure form right there. And part of the reason why he's making that statement the way he did is because he's trying to make room for himself to live the lifestyle that he's living.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a choice. That is a choice. So I feel you on that when it's like, bro, you should know. You should know.
Yeah.
So I'll say this, and maybe it'll tie it up in a bow, and we can move on. If not, we'll keep this conversation. I feel like it's fruitful. Most people have not heard of, unless you've studied this type of thing. But in my profession, there's a lot of basically like sociology study that I have to do to understand people, to be able to make decisions and stuff like that. And there's this thing called the ostrich syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
And it's where, if anyone knows anything about ostriches or cartoon things of ostriches, when the ostrich runs into a problem, they just bury their head in the dirt. Or they intentionally, or it's sand, dirt, whatever. They intentionally will just bury their head into the sand. They won't try to run, take no action. I'm just going to bury my head in the sand. And they basically equated the ostrich syndrome to people in the sense that people will intentionally ignore negative things. As you're going through your phone, you're going through stuff for the most part. If you see something that's negative that's going to impact you, you'll intentionally ignore it. If it's high interest rates, if it's taxes, whatever, you intentionally will ignore it.
Yeah.
So the reason why I say people can is because of the belief of the ostrich syndrome.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
real.
you possible, but you intentionally ignoring this thing because you don't even want to try it because it seemed like
you don't want to do the work.
It's too much for you.
Yeah.
So to you, like, you have a choice. You could have 20/20. But you ostriching right now, you just gonna stick your head in the dirt and wait for it to pass. And after it passes, you're gonna pull it out and be like, well, hindsight is 20/20.
I feel you.
Hindsight is 20/20.
That's
so
real.
It's like, that's what I get to about the capable. I'm not assuming, because it can look different. I don't care how you do it.
Sure.
As long as you're doing like get out there, whatever, it's gonna look different. But that's what I'm saying. From the lens of the ostrich syndrome, you're not even trying to have 20. So you burying your head into the dirt until it passes, and then after the storm go, you like, oh well, hindsight. It's 20/20. That was nice. Look what I learned. Look what I got from that.
MB3 with the prophetic word. That's in the book. Ostrich syndrome in the book. That's in the book. That's in the book.
New shirts coming out. Manly D's.
Yeah.
It's in the book.
It's in the book.
It's in the book. New shirts coming out.
But yeah, before we move on, I'm doing fine. I'm gonna leave that.
We didn't even ask.
We already know that.
I'm doing
we already
fine.
know that.
I'm good.
We already knew that.
We do, because ladies don't never
I'm
go through
good.
that.
We already knew that.
You just said everybody go through stuff.
I know, but
We just said that.
No.
We just said that. But I'm doing good. Thanks for asking.
Hey, Mel tapped me on the shoulder the other day. He was like, "Hey man, how's Lace doing?" It's like
I did.
He's like, "Hey, how Lace doing?" I was like, "I think he all right." You know what? Lace, how you? Quick check.
So Mel was the reason you hit me up.
Yes,
That's crazy.
No, it probably.
Listen, hold on.
Probably.
First of all,
That's
first of all,
crazy.
So I'm gonna tell you the truth, ladies.
Hold on.
I'm gonna tell you the truth, ladies. After Troy go, I'm gonna tell you the truth.
First of all, hindsight is 20/20. That's the first thing. Two, I didn't think about, because we were just enjoying the game, chilling. You know what I'm saying? And actually, you had been on my heart, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
I've been praying for you. You know
For
what I'm
sure.
saying? All that type of stuff. Mel just was the straw, or that broke the camel's back. It was like, I need to actually not just think well and pray for my brother. I need to check in with my brother.
I dig that.
So yeah.
So hold on, y'all was gaming without me though?
No.
No.
Sunday. Well, I'll let you tell it.
Yeah, the babies, my god babies got baptized.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. All
And
right.
I cried like a baby.
I believe it.
Oh
That's
my
real.
God. I was crying. I don't know why. My wife kept asking me questions. I was like, please
Stop
shut up
talking.
talking to me.
Not right now. Please, not right now.
I'm not. I don't process emotions. I don't process emotions. Let me process. And so and so after it just so happens to be the same day. We probably need to talk about this. It was the same day that the women's championship.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I got you.
And so we chilling at the crib,
I dig it.
eating pizza and stuff like that, watching the game. And then Mel leaned over, was like, "Hey, how's Lace doing?" And I was like, "You know what? I need to check."
That's what's up,
Yeah,
man.
that's what
Thank
happened.
y'all for thinking of the
I mean,
kid,
so
man.
I'm gonna tell the truth.
Yeah.
What really happened, and I'm gonna tell you why I asked.
What?
Troy.
What you mean?
No, I'm gonna tell the truth of how it came up. We
Mhm.
was sitting there, we was chilling, we was talking about people, how they doing, whatever. And I asked him, I said, "How is Lace doing?" And he was like, "I mean, I don't know." I said, "Well, I'm only asking you because Lace he act like my older brother. So if I ask him what's wrong with him,
Yeah.
he gonna make it seem like nothing's wrong with him because he don't want to let me feel like something's
Oh, I
bothering
got
him."
you. I
know what
got
I'm saying?
you. I
So
got
I'm
you.
like,
I
he'll
got you.
probably be more likely to tell you
Yeah, yeah.
if something's bothering him, and that's
Uh-huh.
how I'm gonna find out about it. I said, so that's why I'm asking you.
I dig it.
Because I'm like, if I ask Lace, he gonna be, "Oh, it's cool, baby. Lace.
Yeah.
I'm Lace. It's cool."
Oh yeah, we here,
See?
baby. We here.
See, so I was like, let me ask Troy because
feel
I know
that.
Troy's a
I
safe
feel
space.
that.
So that's why I asked Troy. Not because I couldn't ask you, but I was like, Lace probably ain't going.
Yeah,
really
I'm gonna
tell
let you know
me.
right now. We ain't talking about none of the topics that we gonna talk
I
about.
know,
Yeah,
but
we-
hey,
we
we here
I'm
now.
about to take us somewhere else.
We
right
here now.
I did not know that y'all had a big brother type of relationship. I didn't. I'm learning more and more about y'all's
Got you.
about y'all's relationship. But and I'm curious, Lace, like, how do you like emote? How do you process? Because I know you got to be feeling like something.
I always feel something. I mean, again, we're human, so of course I feel, I have emotions, all those kinds of things. Honestly, what I do, like I said in other episodes, I do a lot of writing. Like I write my
Oh, yes, right.
emotions and stuff.
30-day refill.
Yeah.
In addition to a 30-day refill,
In addition to your 30 days.
add a 30-day refill.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I do. I that's really how and I'm a processor like you in some ways. Like I sit, reflect, think about. Okay, not necessarily saying hindsight this, hindsight that, but like this is what I can do differently moving forward. If faced with said situation or whatever. But I also have yet to come to the understanding how a lot of times people hold you at a higher regard than what you think of yourself. Like obviously I think highly of myself. Like. You know what I mean? But it's just like, you know how some people can be like, like you just said, oh, that's Lace. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I still have yet to come to that understanding how people
View you.
view me like that. But I've also learned too, just from seeing other people, how they move, how they shake. A lot of times you just don't know the impact that you have until you have conversations like this or whatever. So it's just very, it's an intriguing headset. I write. Yeah, I do a lot of journaling and stuff like that.
Which what you said brings me to this next point, because talking about brother type relationships. So back to the baptism day, Sunday, and I see Mel because they didn't go to church today, so we praying for them.
We did go to church.
I'm just messing with you.
We didn't go to that church.
Right. Which I honestly, in the back of my mind, I was like, I'm glad that Melvin has found a place where he can call potentially his place. I don't know if it's gonna be
His
a
home.
place. It's okay. That's what's up. Because I know you. I know that's you come from the church type background. So I'm glad. I'm happy for that, and I'm still looking for mine. You know what I'm saying? Looking for my church home. But anyway, I dap Mel up. And Mel says this. He don't even realize this. He says, "What's up, big bro?" And I was like, my heart melted.
No Diddy.
Right.
No Diddy.
Because I don't see myself as a big bro to you specifically. I see myself as we on like even to be called big brother means a lot. At least in my scenario.
Sure, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like even with my younger siblings, I don't flex that I'm big bro to them. Even though I call them like, little sis, little bro and stuff like that. It's not to belittle them, it's just like to try to make a connection. You know what I'm saying? But when you said that to me, it's like I need to be more mindful of my presentation because he sees me in this light.
Sure, yeah.
And then also it made me evaluate, okay, so what gave me the status of big bro. Because we talk about, first of all, we in the era of being called unks now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm
I'm not unk yet, but
you are unk.
You
I'm getting close.
You unk
Hey,
material.
get off my lawn. That's unk material, bro. That's unk material right there. When
So
you start putting Splenda in your coffee, that's unk material, bro. For real. And then get mad.
you put Splenda in
No,
your
I don't
coffee?
put no Splenda in my coffee. I actually don't even drink coffee that much anymore. I've transitioned to tea. I'm getting too old for that.
That's
Oh,
unk material.
That is
That's unk material.
My doctor said.
I need to slow down. Need to slow down.
But yeah, when you call me big bro, it made me feel some type of way because I have that relationship with my cousin. He called me big bro, you know what I'm saying? But it's like we got the history. And so for you to call me that, I'm like, man, I'm curious as to what history that I have solidified this title of big bro. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'll say I'm guessing that was your way of asking me to explain it.
No, it was just me sharing my emotions because I'm processing.
I dig that.
Okay.
Okay.
Dig that.
Dig that.
So do you want me to answer you?
You are more than welcome to.
The way it was posed, you was like, I'm curious. You was like, I was curious too.
Hey, don't laugh in my hat, bro. I forgot. I'm looking for my drink. Can't find my drink. Where's my water? It is hot.
Oh,
It
yo,
is
that
hot.
was such a serious moment, bro. And Lace ruined it. Lace ruined it.
I'm
Oh
cutting
my
all
God,
that
bro.
out. None of this.
I
Gonna
have
be seen.
forgot all about that.
None of this is going to be seen by the
Oh,
world.
That's how
my
good
God.
the conversation was.
Right,
I forgot
yeah,
all about
yeah.
that, bro.
But for real, all right. So let's pause real quick.
Oh
I can't
my
wear
gosh,
snapbacks. That's not something that was meant for my size head. First of all, my head is big. Pause. My head is big, and my hair is grown out.
Yeah.
So it doesn't work. But because my brother gave me a gift, I want to respect my brother's gift
I feel
and
that.
exercise my love for the gift
I
and his
appreciate you,
appreciation behind it.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, man. I had just forgot all about that until Lace brought it up. Yo, that was funny.
You're the worst, Lace.
Yeah.
I know. I know.
You are the
That joke
worst.
was
I know.
funny, bro. No, but real talk, like I think, well, for Lace, I'll just say for both y'all in general, because I look at both y'all like big brothers. Honestly, number one, y'all older than me. In a lot of ways, y'all have done some things that I aspire to do ahead of me. So then I look to y'all's path as like how I get there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Early on, like when I became an alpha at first, you know, like we talk about all the time. Me and Lace used to be in a lot of the same places, but we never really spoke to each other. Like we didn't really have that relationship. And then after I became, you know, alpha, whatever, Lace kind of took me under his wing, you know, which was surprising to me because I'm like, I used to see him all the time. He never really spoke 2 words to me. And then, you know, out of nowhere, teaching me how to wear suits, how to put my, you know, dress shoes together, what pocket squares I'm supposed to wear, what ties are appropriate for what occasion, you know, teaching me how to move, you know what I'm saying, introducing me to different stuff like that. And I think from there, it just grew, you know, well, let me not say that, you know, where are we trying to
Hey, go ahead. We got editing. You know what I'm saying?
you know, no, he would look out. He'd give me kind of like big brother advice, like what I said on the last, you know, episode. It wasn't like he was trying to change me, but he'd be like, hey, yo, you might want to do this, or you might want to, what if you try this, or what if you think about it, you know, this way. And I've been the oldest, so I've never really had a older brother. I've been the big brother, you know, so people always looking to me, but I never really had nobody else to look to. So then I find that in y'all, and then it was kind of similar. You know, obviously I met you through E or whatever, but you know, throughout the years, taking time to like invest in me, you know what I'm saying, inviting me to your crib, doing all that type of stuff, giving me advice, supporting me, you know what I'm saying, when I got stuff going on, dropping soup off at the crib when I'm sick, or, you know, just different stuff. I'm like, you know, Troy showing himself brotherly, you know what I'm saying, y'all look out for me. I know y'all care about my well-being, so when y'all speak to me, I listen to y'all, you know what I'm saying, even if at the time I'm frustrated or it's pissing me off or I don't agree, when I leave, I'm in the car, I'm at the house, I'm like, I'm listening to what y'all said, and then that's why I be like, I come back and be like, oh, the podcast is working out for me because the stuff that y'all say to me, I do take it personally, like I take it to heart. I do got a small group of people whose opinion matters to me,
Yeah.
and y'all in that group, so that's why I say, like, when I greet y'all, it's like big bro, like whatever, so
Yeah.
that's
Appreciate
pretty
that,
much
man.
it.
Yeah, that's what it is, man.
My heart
That's
melted.
what it is.
My heart melted.
Man. That's good stuff, man.
That's good stuff.
Yeah,
I
that's good
mean,
stuff.
listen, specifically for us, as we're getting older, friendships that were strong at one point of life, they're not as strong as they used to be. And it's not
Yeah.
because people are forcing, like they don't want to be in a relationship. It's just people got stuff going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got kids playing sports, running, ripping and running, all that type of stuff. You got kids, you rip and run, and I got stuff. And so we don't have that that connection that we used to do, like we used to, like back in school and stuff like that. We see each other every day, go to class, eat lunch together, watch a movie, play video games, repeat. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have that same proximity that we used to. And as we get older, to still have some type of connection, it's like you cherish those moments because it's like this is what I thrived off of at one period of time in life. So when somebody say big bro, you like,
yeah.
I was already crying, so you hit me in an emotion. I was already
not crying when I pulled up.
One of the aspects that Mel mentioned, like aspirationally, like you can see aspects of where you want to get. That person has been there and lived that experience. So it will behoove anybody to kind of take that. Okay, I can use that as an example, or particularly if they kicking it to you on some real stuff. But also, seasons change. You have different aspirations, and when you see people who align with that, it makes it easier to gravitate to what this person or how this person moves, shake, whatever. But I do want to clarify, I got one kid. I'm one and done like an NBA lottery pick. You said kids. I got one. You ain't even got to worry about it. I got one. They cost too much.
And they do.
And I imagine they do.
They do.
You gotta I saw TikTok the other day talk about if you want to if you have an extra $500 to spend a month just to watch your kid strike out at a baseball game.
Hey,
this is what you
Yeah. But no, that's real, man. That's good. That's very, very, it's good to hear. It's affirming in a lot of ways. And I think that's how we've cultivated our relationship, although individual and collective, but it also showcases how we root for one another, and I think that's big in this day and age for sure.
Yeah, man, we gotta have our brothers back. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I said this once, and I'll say it again. One of the dopest lines I've heard, I think it was in year 2022. It was, "Is my brother heavy?" No, that's my brother. I was like,
He ain't heavy.
He ain't heavy. Well, I mean, that's what the line. I don't know.
That's just funny.
What I received from it.
Don't know.
Is it heavy? Yes, it hit me heavy.
No, that's not what it says. I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
I know what you're trying to say.
I was like, that was one of the hardest lines I heard when we was at the Alpha Ball dinner, and I was like, yo, I never looked at my brothers as being just my brother. Not, you know what I'm saying? Because my homeboy, he he sent me a picture of us back in the other day, and he was like, "Why y'all ain't tell me that I was fat?" And I was like, "Well, I never saw you as fat. I saw you as my brother." Mm-hmm. And he was like, "You know what I'm trying to say."
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, bro, I never saw you like that. You were working on your journey, and I was going to support you, on your journey.
Yeah.
And you might have to be thick-necked it for a little while.
Thick-necked it.
Thick-necked it for a little while.
In
order for you to realize,
is that even a word?
Yeah.
He made it up.
I just made it up. I'm from the country. That's what we do.
Whoa. I don't know if that's plausible or no diddy or what. God almighty.
Hey man, speaking of brotherhood, Lace had a great opportunity the other day. He shared that another brother said something very similar of how the podcast is affecting them.
Yeah.
Definitely I wanted to highlight that, Lace.
No, that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. I think what a lot of, we get a lot of different responses and energy around the potty. We have some people who support a lot of what we say, and some people who have different opinions, which is cool. That's why we have a collective of diversity of thought, and that's what is so beautiful about the space that we're in. Mm-hmm. We can come together, talk about whatever, have difference in thoughts and opinions, but yet we still rock with each other.
Right.
And that's the piece that unfortunately the world misses.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, why would they say that? That sound like broke energy and this, that, and the third. What? What? But nevertheless, was able to connect with one of my homies, and he really expressed how the conversations that we have impacted him in a positive way.
Yeah.
Impacted, aspects of his train of thought, how he resonates with our different emotional states, our different thought processes, etc. So it was just refreshing to hear, because you often hear so much about, well, why y'all talking about that? Why y'all this, that, and the third? Well, we don't talk about it, who gonna talk about it? And we're creating a space for these kind of conversations to be discussed. And like I said, that is the piece that is often missed. So, you know what I mean? It's always refreshing to hear that type of conversation.
Yeah.
So
I want to address a couple things too while we talking about people commenting on our stuff. First of all, on our Mike Todd video on TikTok, it went semi-viral. 25K.
okay.
No, 250K.
Right.
My
I'm about to
bad.
say.
250K.
Shortchanged me.
I know, right? A lot of people.
By the way, follow us on TikTok, yo.
Yeah.
If you're not on TikTok, get with us on
the
TikTok.
talk, man.
I
Get
will
on
say,
the talk.
follow us on Instagram too. I ain't saying Instagram right now because I feel like they've been hating on us recently. But if you on the top,
Get on the talk.
get on there
man.
before they ban us, yo.
Yes, for real, or before TikTok get taken away.
Yeah.
But also, if you on Instagram, interact with our stuff. But somebody said when we put out the Mike Todd video, I just kept seeing this over and over. Why don't y'all pray for him?
I know. I knew what you was about to
Why
say.
don't y'all pray for him?
How did I know
Yeah.
what you was about to say?
How about you pray for him?
Not even that. T-Dot.
How about you pray for him?
T-Dot. Not even that. People feel like no one ever wants to believe in the both end. I stole that from Lace.
Yeah.
You do know that I can pray for him and hold him accountable.
Right.
I can pray and talk about
Yes.
this
Right.
thing at the same time, right?
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to be one or the other.
Right.
Well, they like, why don't you just pray for him instead of if
But my
iron
thing-
is sharpening iron,
You're
Right.
right. But that goes back to, in some ways, particularly from the topic that we were talking about, holding individuals who are responsible for other people's soul, if you will,
Yes.
responsible. So
Responsible.
if you out here talking foolishness, yes, I'm gonna pray for you, but I'm also going to address that. If the big homie can flip tables in the temple, I can tell this nigga that you
I was
talking
actually
crazy.
thinking about that.
and that is in the book.
Then that's
is in the
definitely
book.
in the
That's
book.
in the book.
I know that's in the
I
book.
know that's in the book.
And the reason why he was obligated to flip that table is because, one, they turned a house of prayer into a house of thieves. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's one. I'm not saying that's what Mike Todd is doing. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is there was a public display of something that was out of order.
Out of order.
And so publicly it had to be called out.
Easy.
And that's what he was
But
doing.
again, it goes back to ostrich syndrome.
Mm.
People putting their head in the sand, simply choosing not to see it and not address
Come on
it
now.
when it needs to be
When it needs to
addressed.
be
addressed.
Like,
Come
come on,
on now.
man, stop it.
Come on now.
Stop
And
it.
look, our commentary does not affect those people who have had transformed lives due to his ministry.
Absolutely.
God bless you. I'm
Yeah.
so glad that matter of fact, I will give him credit. His series on faith, amazing.
Solid.
Mhm.
Solid. His series about eating and getting in shape, solid.
And he went on that journey, showed the action.
It showed the action to have works follow the faith.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's what's up. However, the antics got to stop.
They got to stop.
Very simple. Very simple.
Got
if,
to stop.
if your God is dope is an abomination, that's gotta stop. That's gotta stop.
It's got
I'm just
to stop.
saying. Gotta stop.
Because somebody stitched that video on TikTok and was like, this is what I'm talking about. This is the first of all,
You be seeing that?
yeah.
I don't be seeing none
no,
of that.
I look
You
it
go
up.
look
You know
for
his
it.
algorithm.
I know
His
he go
algorithm
look for it, but I'm like,
all
I
over
don't
it,
never
yeah.
I don't never check it.
Yeah, I go looking for it. And that's the reason why I be sending y'all stuff saying, hey man, look what such and such said. Because I go looking for it.
What they say?
Basically that right there. It did a whole video about 3 or 4 minutes about this is what's problem with the church. We need to back up our brother Mike Todd.
I'm not backing
I'm not
up.
backing him up.
If it's foolish, I'm not backing it up.
No.
And the other thing is, though, that portion can be foolish. But he, like you mentioned, he's done a lot of other great things. But,
Which we acknowledged.
which we acknowledge. But why is it so hard for people to address foolishness?
Mm-hmm.
and to address like that don't sit right. And from what I know, but the thing is, people don't get in it to know. They get it. They just listen to what this individual is saying like it's gospel. They don't show themselves to be studied and approved.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But hey, what do I know? You know what I'm saying? What do I know?
What do me know? What do me know?
I think people are just so used to other people making uninformed opinions,
Right.
statements, because they see the clips on the internet and they don't go watch.
No,
they don't go check. They don't go whatever. So
no.
then they just assume that people are making ill-informed and uneducated decisions.
Right.
It's like, although that may be practice, I'm not like that.
Yeah.
We not like that. So we actually know what we talking about. We ain't just making an uninformed conversation about something. We studied it, experienced it, informed ourselves about it before we come on here and talk about it.
Right.
So we not just looking at Instagram and making up a bunch of ill-informed statements about stuff. So that, like,
but hey,
that's why I don't watch it.
You know
I don't pay attention
Hey.
to it. Some of the comments, I don't see. That's where we differ, T-Dot. I realize that.
Mm-hmm.
You go to the comment section and you like see the positive ones and you look at them, but you really hone in on the negative ones. You really be honing in and you be like, I got time today. And you be like, and you be having time.
One day I did.
30 days.
I look at the comment
30
section.
day supply.
I'll tell you right now.
Supply.
I look at the comment section. I don't even acknowledge negative comments. I don't respond to them. I don't start a conversation from them. I only respond to people who saying something that's fruitful to whatever the video is.
Bro,
I never
hit
give
like
shine to people who making negative
But the thing,
comments.
for me, I think it also showcases, obviously, difference in opinion. But the fact that somebody could be so opinionated in the sense of, well, why don't you just pray for him?
Who said I wasn't?
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
Who said I haven't?
Or I think somebody else at one point was like, well, keep your opinion to yourself.
Bruh.
Well, you just gave me
You
yours.
just gave me.
So make it make sense. Like, it's all opinion. You know what I'm saying?
And miss me with the everybody don't need mics joint. I don't even want to hear that.
That although that may be true, everybody don't need mics.
Which is
it's true, but this ain't that.
This ain't that. And matter of fact, we need mics, okay? Because we process our thoughts here.
Come on now. I'm telling you.
My man don't have to pay no copay.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? He can be sarcastic as he wants to be.
Come on, bro.
We get to express ourselves
We
here.
be talking on this podcast.
the same thing that people say men need.
We be talking on this podcast.
Like, what are we
If
talking about?
I just tell y'all to look around. Survey the podcast that's out there. Look at the media that's out there. If y'all want a podcast where you ain't listening to nobody talk about gender roles, you ain't listening to nobody talking about cooking and cleaning, you ain't listening to nobody talk about 50-50 dates, you ain't got all the other foolishness that's going on. If you don't want your podcast person dancing all in the videos, come to the Mailing D's podcast. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
We having conversations, man.
We having conversations.
Real talk.
So yeah, that I just want to get that off my chest.
But keep listening.
Keep listening.
Keep listening.
Tell somebody else to listen.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because for the people who got this outlet, Mel said it very clear. For the people who get all up in arms whenever we post stuff, that stuff is clickbait.
For sure.
I'll be honest with you, we create clickbait so you can come
I know I do.
us.
I know I do.
It's clickbait.
I'm gonna just tell y'all that. I'm just tell y'all.
Like, for real. All right, so let me break down that Mike Todd video specifically. None of that stuff.
No, don't give him the sauce. Don't give him the sauce.
Whoa.
Pause. Don't give him the secret sauce, bro. You about to give him the recipe to the Krabby Patties. We not supposed to do that. Watch the podcast.
Yeah.
Enjoy the
Tap
clips.
in.
Share it with a friend.
Tap
Tell your
in.
people.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm
Tap
saying?
in.
You was about to give it away. Don't give it to him, bro.
Give it away.
That's
Don't
how I
give it
know
to him.
Troy a disciple, yo. He just go give it away. he just go give it away.
Your life means nothing unless you're giving something away.
He just giving
You
it
feel me?
away.
Come on,
You
you
know
know
what I mean?
what I'm saying?
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
But that's what it is.
That's
man.
what it is.
Good stuff.
We good. We good on time.
Hey, well, this has been the Mailing D's podcast, man. And as always, until next time, we out.